Hi guys, welcome. As Ken said, my name's Simon. I'm going to be looking at a few charts based on some of the stuff Ken's already gone over. So I want to especially look at a few of the major pairs, so against the dollar. I'm also going to have a quick look at a few of the cryptos, as that's an ongoing subject. So I won't mess around. Let's just get straight over to the chart. So the first chart I want to look at is dollar CAD, which you can see on the screen at the moment. Now, first thing I want to analyze this from the monthly time frame. I think it gives us the best picture of where potentially price is going. So as you can see on the monthly chart here, we have been trending bearish since the beginning of 2016. So we've got these. That's the high there, the peak, and then we've got a lower high here, and potentially we're forming another lower high in this region of this trend line around here. Now, as you can see, I've marked this blue zone on here, which is a major key zone on the monthly time frame. This top here is back in 2009. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections back in 2009. Yes, we've traded above it since, but since trading below more recently, we've now come up and tested that region. This is a monthly candle, obviously. We are, about a week to go of this month. So I will be very keen to see how this monthly candle closes. Now, I'm just going to drop down time frames to the daily time frame, because I've marked this other this blue line here, this support area. It's kind of key, really. If that level breaks, I think it's going to open the door to further downside. As I said, you look on the higher time frames, we could potentially be looking at the next leg here for the next let me just draw it on there. So we've had this. We could potentially be seeing the next leg to break this low. So a key one to watch, guys, this 128.30. Well, let's call it 128 area. I think if we see a close below that 128 area on the daily time frame, it's definitely opening up to further downside. So as you can see, it's already found a few buyers here at this region, so real key area. So look out for a break of this level. Again, on the flip side, this could bounce here and continue this latest trend to the upside. Okay, next chart I want to have a look at is the euro. Now we can't look at the euro chart without looking at the dollar index as well. So let's just first of all look at this dollar index. So again, we're on the higher time frame, so this is weekly. So again, you can see a cluster of consolidation here since beginning of 2018. Again, I've marked this key area on here. This around the 90, 50 areas failed to be breached. We know the dollar's under pressure with everything fundamentally that's going on at the moment. So again, I do favour further downside to the dollar. Look how many rejections we've seen of that 90 area. I do now suspect that this this support around 88 level could be broken, and we could see a new low on the dollar index. So obviously correlation with the euro. Let's have a flick over to the euro and see what that means with the euro. Oh, excuse me. So we've kind of got, let's flick over to the weekly on the euro as well. So we've kind of again got this consolidation. We've kind of got a floor here, 120, 150. That's an absolute floor, but really the kind of support I'm seeing is more around this 122.50 area. So for any of you technical traders, this is what I can see here as a kind of descending triangle, which coincides with a break to the upside, which is what I favour. Now, if we just do this quick measurement here from the top of this triangle to, I mean, if I just do it to there as conservative, that's 300 pips, right? So if I'm looking for this trend line to break to the upside, so if we just measure it from kind of here, it coincides quite nicely with this supply zone that I've got marked up here. So again, I'm expecting upside after we've seen this long period of consolidation. If we have a look at the weekly candle, it has been bullish, but we've seen the dollar sell off, so to be expected. What I have noticed, and what's quite key here, is we need to zoom in a little bit. So I've marked this this key zone, this about 123.36 is on here, 123 between 123.30, 123.50. If you look at these daily candles, we've seen push up to it, rejected. It's tried to break through again here, rejected. Then it's had another attempt, rejected. It's tried to push through there. We've seen another false break, rejected. And then this daily candle on Friday has broken up through, and the difference that you can see, it's actually closed above it. So that is giving us a good signal that the bulls have taken charge of this market, and we could again, as I said, see further upside. So look for this key area, this 123.35, 123.50 area. We'll just drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Look for this area here, this blue zone, to potentially be tested in the coming days, and then we could see real bullish momentum take this and break out. Okay, next let's have a look at cable, which is one of my favourites. Okay, so again, we're on the weekly chart here. We can see like a lot of markets were within a range. So top here around the 140, 150. We've not had a close above on the weekly, and the bottom down here around 137, 138 area. So worth noting, the last weekly candle is very bullish, and it's come up, tried to break that level again. It has failed, but you can definitely see that the momentum is to the upside. So let's have a look at the daily chart. So again, a bit of a clearer picture. We've come up to that level, tried to break through again, failed. It's then tested it again. You have to say, and probability with all the momentum pushing against this, you have to look to see that level breaking. Now, again, similar to the euro, I just want to measure this range out. So this is like a 350 to 400 pip range. Now, if I just come back to the weekly level, now we've got this major support area, and this is like this is the Brexit candle here. So we've got this big supply zone here and resistance area there. So if we just mark, there you go, it's about 300 to 400 pips. So it's about the distance of this range at the moment. So if we get a clear breakout of this range, we could definitely see a 300-400 pip move to the upside. So looking at around 145.50, possibly even 146 area. So another one, major levels looking to be broken, key levels looking to be broken, and we could see a real push if the dollar sell-off continues. Also worth noting that obviously GBP fundamentals line up for further upside. You know, we're getting a bit better news coming out regarding Brexit. We've got potential rate hike coming next month or in the coming months. So data is looking positive for GBP. So that lines up with this technical analysis as well. Okay, let's just have a quick look at cryptos. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Not really too much to say. It's not doing a lot. Again, quite rangy. We've got the absolute support and bottom here that we found around this 6,000 area, and we've got this top of the range around 11,700, $12,000. You see it's kind of stuck in the middle of the range. I have said before, this is a 200-day moving average. It is still acting as dynamic resistance. You can see it's still struggling to break above that. If we get above that and stay there, you could see a bit more of a push in the buying to continue to at least come back and test this 12,000 range. But obviously, all the altcoins have been driven by Bitcoin. It is holding. But again, there's still every chance, still stuck in the middle of that range, struggling to break resistance. We could see it come back down and test this 6,000 area again at least. All right, another chart. Let's have a quick look at Ripple. Again, very similar. We've got this floor here around what, 50, 60 cent area. Sorry, we've got again this 200-day moving average, which again is very similar to Bitcoin's acting as dynamic resistance. It's struggling to break above it and stay above it. It really is just ranging within this 50 cent to sort of $1.20 range. So we need to just wait and see. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Keep it simple and trade safe. See you next time.